Why does silence from one person destroy your peace? And more than that, why can't you stop thinking about them even when they clearly don't think about you? Stick around because something is actually happening inside your brain right now, something you don't even realize. You know that feeling when you're sitting alone in your room at night and your phone is right there on the desk and you're just waiting for a message that might never come from someone who probably isn't even thinking about you? I remember this feeling so clearly. I met someone about 5 years ago. Nothing special happened on the first day. We just talked like normal people, but something shifted in my brain that day, and I couldn't quite explain it then. I still think about it now. Days passed, and I found myself checking my phone every few minutes, not because I had anything important to do, but because I wanted to see if they messaged. Just a hello, just a hey, thinking of you, anything. It never came. But here's the thing, I didn't stop texting them. I kept sending messages, good morning texts, memes, random thoughts. I remember one night I sent like 7 messages in a row, just thinking, okay, maybe this one will be the one they respond to. They didn't respond. And you know what the worst part was? I wasn't even angry. I was just confused. I kept asking myself, what's wrong with me? Why don't they care? I started overthinking everything I ever said to them, replaying old conversations in my head 1,000 times, wondering if I said something stupid, if I was too much, if I wasn't enough. I would see them post on social media and my heart would jump like they're alive, they're thinking about something, and it made me feel closer to them, even though they didn't even know I was looking. The worst nights were when they went offline for hours, just gone, not responding, and my mind would create entire stories. Maybe they're busy with someone else, maybe they're purposely ignoring me, but maybe they told their friends about me and they're all laughing. I was drowning in an ocean I created in my own head. One day I did something different. I didn't text them. I waited for days. A whole week passed, and I didn't send a single message. And you know what happened? Nothing. They didn't text me either. That's when it hit me like a wall. They weren't waiting for me. They weren't thinking about me at all. They were living their life completely fine without me in it. And it broke something in me, but it also fixed something. Because in that moment, I realized I'd given my peace away to someone who never asked for it, to someone who didn't even want it. I had created this entire relationship in my mind. This person was perfect in my imagination, but in reality, they were just a normal person living their normal life. And I was standing outside their door hoping they would notice me. That's when I realized the person I was in love with wasn't actually them. It was the idea of them, the potential of them, the version of them that I created in my mind. And for months, I was literally in love with a ghost. The painful truth is one-sided love says nothing about the other person. It says everything about you, about how you see love, about your need for validation, about how you're trying to fill an empty space inside yourself with someone else's attention. I was using their silence as proof that something was wrong with me when really their silence was just silence, nothing more. Now let me break down what actually happens in your brain when you catch feelings for someone who doesn't feel the same way back. Your brain releases dopamine when you think about this person. That's a chemical that makes you feel happy and excited. So every time you get a little notification, every time they like your post, your brain shoots dopamine and you feel amazing for a few seconds. The problem is your brain gets addicted to that feeling. So you keep coming back, you keep checking, you keep waiting because you're literally chasing a high, just like any addiction. Humans are built to attach to other people because it's survival, it's biology. When you start feeling connected to someone, your brain literally sees them as important for your survival. This is called attachment. But when it's one-sided, this attachment becomes toxic. Your brain is saying, this person is important, I need to keep them, but they're not saying it back. So you're in this desperate loop trying to get them to attach to you the way you've attached to them. And it rarely works like that. Here's what happens in your mind when they don't text back. They didn't respond. That's a fact. Maybe they don't like me. That's an assumption. What did I do wrong? That's self-blame. Why am I not good enough? That's low self-worth. I should try harder. That's more effort, then more silence, then more anxiety, then more overthinking, and the cycle repeats. Your brain is literally working against you. It's creating stories that aren't real. It's filling the gaps with pain. This is the real trap, emotional dependency. You start depending on this person for your happiness, for your peace, for your sense of worth. You're not texting them because you want to share something. You're texting because you need them to respond. You need validation. You need to feel like you matter. And when they don't respond, you don't just feel rejected. you feel worthless. That's emotional dependency, and it's the root of almost every one-sided love situation. If you've been stuck in this cycle right now, I want you to do something for me. Pause the video if you need to and write "me" in the comments, just that word, because I want you to know you're not alone, seriously, and I'm reading every single comment. Let's build something real here. A community of people who are healing from this, not fake positivity, but real talk. So here's what I learned, and it's something I wish someone told me earlier. Your peace is not their responsibility. I know that sounds simple, but think about it. You've given this other person so much power over your mental health, over your sleep, over your self-worth, and they probably don't even know. That's not love. That's self-abandonment. Real love is different. Real love doesn't hurt this much because it's mutual. It's balanced. It's two people choosing each other, not one person chasing and one person running. The truth is you have to fall in love with yourself first. And I don't mean that in a cheesy Instagram way. I mean, you have to respect yourself enough to not wait for someone who isn't waiting for you. You have to value your time enough to not waste it on someone who doesn't value yours. The person who is meant to love you will respond. They will show up. They will be consistent, not because you chased them, but because they chose you. Stop trying to be enough for someone else and start becoming enough for yourself. When you do that, something magical happens. You stop attracting people who take from you. You start attracting people who give to you. And the person you were obsessing over, they stop mattering. Not because you hate them, but because you realize they were never really about you. They were about what you imagined they could be. If this is hitting different for you, make sure you're subscribed, because next week we're breaking down how to actually heal from this. And here's the challenge I'm giving you this week. When you catch yourself reaching out to them, pause, close the phone, and ask yourself one question. Am I doing this because I want to, or because I need validation from them? That's it. Just one question. See what answer comes up. And if you take this challenge, come back and let me know in the comments what you discovered about yourself. Your peace is not someone else's responsibility. Remember that, and I'll see you in the next one.